Hey, what's going on guys, Nova here, and welcome back to episode 9 of the solo Skyblock series. Now, yes, I am wearing those head things I see a lot of black moms wear in the movies. I'm currently redoing my hair, so I had to pull it out this morning, and it's still kind of messed up, so I don't want you guys seeing like it's all messed up in the camera. Also, I have to sleep in this so my hair doesn't get tangled while I am actually asleep. Regardless, I've been working on some stuff on the island. I made this little chest system just to hold like a bunch of my stuff. They just have invisible item frames on them just so I can put stuff on, but that's not really much. If you guys want invisible item frames, always can ask me for them, or ask anyone who has the Wither rank. They probably have a bunch. I think they should make it so other people can get them, but I'm not sure why they don't. But yeah, it just has them just my basic stuff in there, some potions, some stuff like that. I've also been working my masteries, so my Vex mastery I believe is tier 6, which has taken so long to get. A friend of mine actually gave me some Vex spawners, so I'm at 72 right now, but I am going to give them back afterwards, and that way we can at least get our mastery to mastery 9, and then we can start doing stuff. The plan for now is to get to mastery 9, and then we're going to give back the 50 spawners and then sell the other 22 spawners. That way we can make some money back. Then we'll go to other top islands in order to farm. Of course, if you remember that while your mastery does count on other islands, you don't actually gain mastery on other islands. So you do have to farm it on your island before you go to other islands. Likewise, the mob drop multiplier for the island you're on doesn't work, only yours work. So definitely my priority for now is to get tier 9 mastery so I can go to other islands so I can grind their Vexes. That way I can sell my current Vexes, make some money, and still be able to grind. In this video, I do want to do with two main important things. One, I want to tell you guys about a giveaway I have planned, and two, I actually want to start up with an automated potion brewing system so that I can actually take those potions to PvP. Now, this right here is my Smurf island, or not even my Smurf island, but kind of my alt island for my Bedrock account. And basically what I want to do with it is I want to have a special event. Now, I'm not sure if you guys saw, but in season 2, I had this event where basically people would come to my island and there was this area they could break a bunch of stuff and they could try and get a bunch of loot. I want to do that again, but instead of having it on my main island with the risk of you guys messing up the rest of my island, I'm going to have it on my alt island where physically everything on the island is specifically made so you guys can get the loot. Long story short, I'm going to have this entire thing filled up with a bunch of random chests, a bunch of random loot that you guys can take, and then you guys can just come in and just break stuff and go through it. Oh, that's not intentional. And then you guys can basically go in and break stuff, and you guys can get a bunch of loot that I'm going to have filled up in these chests. There's probably going to be different layers of glass, maybe some obsidian, sand, stuff like that. But the entire thing's going to be filled up and basically allow you guys to just mess around and have fun and just clear all the loot that's inside. Currently, I have a bunch of random stuff for my donation chests, like a bunch of random spawners, some sell ones, some boosters. But the big thing I have is all of these crate keys. So I have 34 cosmetic crates, 30 pollen crates, over 100 petal crates, 3 servant keys, and 3 May crates. So if that is something that interests you, make sure to hop over. I believe it's going to be Saturday at 1 p.m. EST. But if you want to have a more direct way of knowing when it is and when it's ready, hop on my Discord. That's going to be linked in the description so that you can know exactly when this is happening and you guys can hop in and have fun with it. I will make an announcement in game and in Discord. And remember, there is going to be a limit to how many people can join just because a lot of people might get kicked. But yeah, I'm going to be in the Discord the whole day. I'm going to be streaming it. So if you guys want to come by, have fun, hang out, and watch you guys on stream, it'll be a super fun time and I'm really excited for it. I don't do this more often. I think it's a lot better than doing actual giveaways than just throwing stuff on the floor or a lot of different things that people are doing. I think it's really fun. It's my way of doing it, and I think it'd be a really fun thing to mess around with. Also, if you guys want to donate anything for these kind of events, make sure you go over to my island and just throw it in a donation area. It will go straight down and you guys can donate to me. It'll be really fun. Otherwise, the main thing I really want to work on is some kind of system for potion brewing. So I have been going to the war zone pretty often for King of the Hill and sometimes envoys. And basically the best way you can PvP is by having a bunch of pots. So that's with health pots, strength pots, speed pots, stuff like that. Strength pots aren't that important if you have the iron golem pet, but I currently don't, so I do have to get strength pots so I can actually have consistent strength too. But health pots are 100% a necessity, and I need to get as many of these as physically possible. Regardless, that's not the main reason I want to set up an automated system. Obviously, for now, I can always set up the potions whenever I want. It's pretty easy, but there is a reason that I actually want to make sure I get as many potions made as soon as possible. That is MCMMO. So if I go to /alchemy, you'll see that I currently have 11 levels in MCMMO. Now the thing about alchemy is that there actually is additional potions that you can make when you get higher levels in MCMMO alchemy. So naturally you have all the basic potions, stuff like splash potions, health potions, speed potions, strength potions, but as you get higher in the levels, there actually is additional potions, stuff like potions of haste, potions of dullness, potions of absorption, potions of leafing, and so on and so forth. The things I want is Potion of Absorption, because they give absorption for a really long time, and will basically allow us to enter a battle without having to worry about eating a Gapple from the get-go, basically saving our Gapples and actually having higher levels of absorption at the beginning of the battle. But that one is not really that good, because at the end of the day you do have Gapples that you can spam that are significantly better. While it is helpful to have Splash Potion of Absorption as a kind of panic button if you want to have extra health, it isn't really the main reason we want to get MCMMO Alchemy high. The main reason is that at Concoctions tier 4, we actually get Splash Potions of Health Boost. Now that is super duper good, because if we have a Heart Pet, Splash Potions of Health Boost, and Golden Apples, we can get up to maybe around 40 hearts of health. That is super helpful and something I definitely think is going to be really good if we go into PvP using. Now there is also Potions of Decay that give Wither, but they aren't actually that good unless you have Remedy. Remedy is an enchant that allows you Poison and Wither Ticks to heal you. The thing is that Wither Ticks are insanely good because they last a really long time and they tick really often. So if you go into combat with Remedy and a Splash Potion of Wither, you will gain an insane amount of health. So for now, our main focus is to first get Potions of Absorption, then we're going to get Potions of Health Boost, and then we're going to try to get some Potions of Decay. For that though, we are going to have to set up some kind of automatic brewing system. Now naturally, step 1 is always going to be figuring out where we're going to put this alchemy system in the first place. Now there are some important things to consider when we are doing MCMO Alchemy, and that is that the higher tier of the potion, the more experience you get. For that reason, it's not actually important for us to consider the most simple tier of potions like awkward potions. So that's definitely something we're gonna have to automate. Now I did have a system for this last season, but I'll be honest, I don't remember how it works. So we're basically gonna have to relearn this from scratch. Now, the one issue on this server is that the hopper and comparator systems are kinda different than vanilla, so a lot of the basic brewing systems that were already in vanilla don't actually work on this server. Furthermore, MCMO actually requires you to put in the item yourself, otherwise you won't actually get the levels from it, so there is a lot of like ground on how to get experience with MCMO that also messes up how the system will work. But I do want to be sure of these, so let's figure out how this works exactly. So right here we have some potions, and what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go real quick, turn it into a awkward potion just to see if we get alchemy XP. Okay, so right there we did actually get XP in alchemy when this finishes, so I don't think that should matter if we take things out of it either. Alright, so right here I have a potion that's brewing, and basically I have it so the hopper is turned off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the hopper afterwards and see if I still get the XP. I should, since it gave me the XP prior, but this is just so I can test it. So there we go, we should get the XP, and then if you flick this off, obviously it should then pull it out and we should go from there. So in that case, if we have some system like this, that maybe had some potions inside of it, so naturally this is turned off currently, and this one will also be turned off. This would pump and it would cause the alchemy, and we'll see if flicking this lever actually causes this to go to the next level and everything works perfectly. Ah, there you see. Since we put the water bottles into a hopper, as you see it bugs out and we're not actually able to create the potion. Now, I don't know if that's some kind of bug that's with MCMO with the plugin, but this means you have to figure something else out. So what that might mean is we actually might have to put all the stuff in individually. So let's say I have the water bottle here, and we currently have this turned off, so that way it pumps in. So then this is going to go, it's going to finish, I'm going to get all my XP, and then basically I can flick this, which will send it through, and then I can put in another one. Oh, I have to make sure that's all, then I put in another one, and then that should be fine. Okay, boom, there you see, as long as we put in the items ourselves, everything should work perfectly. So let's try and optimize it a little bit. So that should be perfect with flicking them off, that way they can actually pull out all the items simultaneously and put them in the chest without actually bothering them when they're brewing. The one issue is that obviously we have to put the items in physically ourselves from the beginning, but that we kind of have to do with that. I wish that wasn't the case, but it's not really much we can do about it, we'll make it work. Okay, so for now we're going to set up about 11 brewing stands just so we can have enough potions to always fill up our inventory. Since it's so long, we are going to put it over here just so we can make sure it works. Now, obviously, I am just making this, so I don't even know if this is the best way to do this. If anyone can think of a better way to do this, considering all of, like, the issues that are related, do let me know. But I think this may be one of the better ways to do it, at least. The main issue is in the fact that we want to make sure we are getting the MCMO experience, because that's the really big thing. Because I don't even think you can make, like, the big MCMO potions unless like the whole system works out for you. It mainly is that one bug that causes it to like forever loop in like not actually making the potion that makes this have issues. Okay, I did tweak it a little bit. I believe this is a bit more compact. So this way it does still power the entire thing, and I believe this should still turn off the hoppers. But now when I hit the thing, it does turn these all off, and it flickers it quickly, which should work. So if you guys haven't noticed yet, I was really tired when I was recording the first half of this video. Among that, I'm also slightly sick, so you might hear to my voice that I don't really sound as I usually do. But when I recorded the first half, it was 3 AM, and for some reason, I didn't realize that it was 3 AM, I was just making the video. It was only after when I was going through some of the editing in Premiere Pro that I realized, wow, I sound dead inside. So for that reason, I went ahead and I went to bed, and I started saying I was going to work on the rest of it tomorrow. But as you see in the background, I somehow just physically forgot the whole like half of the thing I was going through, and still made a system to put the water bottles into the brewing stand. Obviously this didn't work, and it causes a further loop that I had in the problem before. So out of anger, I obviously went to bed and I decided I'll just deal with it tomorrow. I don't know why I decided to record that late, but definitely not a decision I'm ever gonna make again. So this is the current system I have, and for the most part, I think I'm just gonna make a bunch of awkward potions. I'm only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so let's actually lower this to 9 just so I can make things more convenient for my mental sake. Alright, so there we go. Now we have 9 potions, so this entire thing should fill up half of this chest. And then we have a system back here where they're all automatically off. When I hit this button, they immediately turn on and they keep like that for a little bit. Now this should work with no errors, so let's try it out. What we're just going to do is I'm just going to put 2 in each of these because I do want to fill up this entire chest. And I'm going to have to clear my inventory a little bit so I can actually put in the potions. Alright, so from here to possibly pretty simple. So we're just going to grab all the water bottles and we're just going to put all the water bottles in. Alright, so now we do say that we do have some awkward potions, but you are also going to see that my alchemy is going to go up really quickly. So we just gained 12, we're getting a little bit more, we're getting a little bit more. Alright, so it's going to go all the way through until all of these are fully done. Then now that the last one's fully done, I just have to hit the switch and then everything should get pulled out. It seems that it's a bit slow. I thought it would have held it for a little bit longer. Let's see what we can do about that. Now I do have the option of using a lever instead of a button, and that might be what I just do. I thought the button would have been good enough. Alright, so now we have the lever, we'll just turn off the lever, we'll pull everything out, and we can just pull it all back in. And then we just do it again. Okay, now I am going to want this to go down a little bit more for convenience, so let us actually open up this. So I'm going to want to set up some kind of room, so I'm going to do something kind of like this. So how big do we want this room to be? Okay, so assume we want a 3-high room. If we want to make this the, okay, we're going to make this the roof, and then we're going to have 1, 2, and then 3. And the bottom is going to be the actual floor. Alright, good, so that should work out perfectly fine. I do think I should open this out as well, just to make things easier. And then all I have to do is now add a fence around and add all these chests. Alright, boom, and like that, it should be pretty simple. So now all of these should fill up with awkward potions, and if I am to flick this lever, which will pull all these out... Why are these taking so long? What's happening? What is it doing? Oh, I see, these are filled at the bottom. Ah, there's an issue, so this hopper is getting turned off, actually. Yeah, since this... Oh yeah, because this block is being powered, this hopper is turning off. That's fine, we'll just keep it off for a little bit, it should be fine, everything will run through perfectly. That is a bit slow, though, that we're not able to do it otherwise. Let's try and see how we can fix this. Okay, so I think I found the solution. So this way, even when the hoppers are technically turned off, they'll still lose their items because these hoppers will pull them out. I believe that should work. Alright, there we go. So now when we flick this off, when we see all of these get pulled out, and then we flick this back on, they should all still get pushed into the chest, and I think everything works fine. Yep, looks like it. Yep, everything's getting pulled out, pushed in, and everything should be going good. Okay, so now all of these are also finished, which is also pretty awesome. So I'm gonna move this down, and we're just gonna get rid of this bit up here because we don't need it anymore. Alright, so this is the current system that should work. So basically, as long as this is on, this is telling that the system is working and it will be pumping energy through. Okay, so right here will mainly be where we do most of our getting off the water bottles. So pretty simple, we'll just, as you saw, actually I don't think you guys saw this, it'll probably be in the other clip, but I'm just like throwing these out and they're going to go inside the hopper, and if push comes to shove, we can just do this to force them all in as soon as possible. And this is like a really simple system to allow us to fill up the hopper system with water bottles. So now I have the water bottles, I do want to go through and make a bit more awkward potions. And then since the light is on, it will not pull, so therefore I will be able to make potions. And boom, it looks like it's working perfectly. Yep, alright, so now I know there's 9 brewing stands, which means as long as this entire inventory is filled up, it will go in. And I can always use this as like spare storage for anything I need. But with that in mind, I can always grab as much as I want, and I think that works out perfectly. Yep, and then when you're done, you just press it on and it pulls it all out. Alright, I like this. It works out good, it works out well. I think it's made perfect. But obviously, as you see, we weren't really getting that many MCMO levels. That's because I said before, it depends on the higher level, it depends on how much MCMO you get. Obviously, MCMO for awkward potions is absolutely nothing because they're the first level. That's gonna go up when we start doing health potions and health potions 2 and then splash potions. So let's try that out. So since we are gonna need a bunch of health potions, I'm just gonna start out with making a bunch of health potions. So obviously we're gonna need the awkward potion from the get-go. Then we'll need some glisten melons to turn them into health potions. We'll need some glowstone for health potions too, and then some gunpowder so we can turn them into splash potions. Alright, so we're just gonna have to take out all the nether wart. Unfortunately, that cannot be automated. We do have to do that manually. So try to make sure you only put in the amount you want to put in. And that's why my inventory is organized the way it is, because I do want to just have the one set of glistening melons. So now I just have to go down here, grab an entire inventory of awkward potions, and then throw all these bad boys in. Next, I'm gonna grab another set of awkward potions just for the next brewing set. And then you wait until the last brewing stand to finish, and then when that finishes, all you have to do is go ahead and hit the lever. Perfect. And then we just rinse and repeat. Now you are going to see we're getting a lot more experience, almost about double as much experience we got before. So definitely you get a lot more experience for the higher tiers of potions. I believe it doubles at every tier, but that's something that we're going to find out as we go further. Alright, so just like that, we have done all of the health potions, and that's why we do it perfectly. That way we don't have to worry about taking them back out. Now, simply said, we're just going to go ahead and put in the glowstone. And then we're just going to go down here and grab our health pots. Now, as you see, we're getting a lot more for the health pots themselves. Almost about a half a level or about a whole level per times it ticks. So that is really, really good. And shows you that you definitely want to make sure you get the further pots to grind up your levels. Alright, and just like that, we're level 25. And that is just with the health potions too. I believe splash potions give even more. So let's find out about that actually. First, obviously, step 1 is going to be to fill these up. And then we just have to grab the potions and throw them in. Alright, so that gives just about the same amount of XP, but that is still pretty awesome. So we're just going to work on this pretty much and see how high we can get. Alright, so just by making a set of splash potions, you basically gain about 30 or like 25 levels, which isn't that bad. Though I do wish it was a bit faster. Unfortunately, I think it's the fastest way that we physically can do it, but what are you gonna do? But for the most part, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind up so that I can get the splash potions of absorption. Afterwards, I'll work on getting splash potions of health boost, and then maybe getting splash potions of wither. I will actually be doing that on stream right now, so if you're watching this video, I am streaming at this very moment on twitch.tv/NovaDrakers, so hop over and just watch me grind up a little bit. I'll probably play some other games later, Valorant, Overwatch, but I do want to at least get absorption today, so that's going to be my priority. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching the video, I really do appreciate it. This might be the last tutorial-based video on the server, just because, I mean, I think I covered, like, everything. At this point, all you guys should be doing is grinding Vexes for the rest of the season, just, like, hanging out and having fun, which is why I do want to do the giveaway. I am going to have videos on the giveaway just to like show what was happening, how it was have fun, and probably other giveaways that we're going to have in the future. So if that is something you guys are interested in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see what we can do. Also, we do obviously have the sub wall. It's been growing, but I haven't like updated too recently. So if you guys do want to be in a sub wall, make sure that you comment in the description your name, maybe a little small thing you want to slip in there just so I can make some joke about it. Otherwise, that is going to be it for this video. If this is something you guys are interested in and you want to watch more, feel free to come by. Let me know in the comments what else you would want a tutorial about, like maybe something like minions or servants, I'm not sure. I'll make a small little tutorial about it, probably a shorter form video or like a combined video. I'm not entirely sure yet. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see all you dudes in the next video. Laters!
Hey, we're out here, trying to get it done. Lost faith for a minute there. Working hard in the hot sun. I'm trying to keep that to myself.